Welcome everybody to Good Morning Brick World. It is Vic and Bricks here on Instagram, on YouTube. Life is always better with Lego. Hanging out with the crew today. Follow me wherever you see Fig and Bricks. It's always going to be an awesome time. You know it's going to be a blast. Fig and Bricks family is for life, so a great one.
Hi everybody, Amberlia Builds, and Good Morning Brick World.
Hey everyone, this is Greg from London Bridge Bricks.
Buongiorno, siamo qui a Londra con Greg.
And that's Joe from SNOTokay Bricks. And we just want to wish every single one of you beautiful people out there
Buon mattina.
And on that note, adios.
Good morning, Brick World. It's Brickanista from Seattle.
Hey, I am Chris Giddens, also known as Fazoom. Good morning, Brick World from Kennesaw, Georgia.
Good morning, Brick World. Thank you, the loyal viewers, the two, for tuning into this epic program. To the hundreds and thousands, if not millions, of unsubscribed subscribers. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell.
This is Butchaf from Parts Unknown. Good morning, Brick World!
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Clicking and Bricking.
Good morning, Brick World.
Good morning, Brick World. Is that right? Is that right what I'm saying?
Rich here, this is Brick Scene, and welcome along to Good Morning Brick World.
Spoiler warning, this is Jess's Brick Galaxy, and we're wishing you a good morning, Brick World, from Minnesota. Cheers.
I had my finger on the button. I was waiting.
Yeah, good morning, Brick World, and of course you guys.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good
Welcome
morning,
to the
Dok.
show,
Good
Amberlia.
morning, Amberlia.
How are we doing today? How are we doing? Is it a good day? Is it a good day? I think it's Father's Day. Is today Father's Day over in Australia or some craziness like that?
That's right.
Yeah, they're upside down over there in Australia.
Yeah, it's like the opposite. Like everything's the opposite over there.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I saw people wishing people like Happy Father's Day, and I was like, what?
Because at first I was appalled. I was like, what?
Did I miss it? Did I miss it?
What's going on? Then I was like, oh, that's right. Those crazy Aussies.
Yes, that's crazy people.
Yeah. So yes, I hope everybody is doing well today. It is Labor Day weekend. So hopefully you're having a lovely Labor Day weekend, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, and whoever you're with.
Yeah, end of the summer.
Yes. And actually, speaking of which, yesterday I had me, well, I say I had me, it was more Mrs. Hive, but we had a end of the pool year party or something like that. And let me tell you real quick before we get into the good mornings and everything. So once again, you know, with multiple people over here, most of them I didn't really know very well, but they had children.
Oh,
and yes, and children are always gravitated towards the Lego room.
Lego room, yeah.
And some of them have been here before, so they don't even have to like wait, like to wonder if there is a Lego room. They're just straight up like,
they just know.
Can we see the Lego room? And I'm like, yes, come on, let's go see the Lego room, you know. So once again, I had a group of children down here just fascinated with this Lego room, right? And, you know, they're asking a billion questions like, what's your favorite set? You know, but one of the interesting things, and this is why I'm telling the story, is one of the kids was really smart. So they started saying like, what's the biggest Lego thing you have in here?
Oh.
And so I'm looking at like the gunship. I was looking at that godforsaken Lamborghini. I was looking at Ninjago City Gardens, and then the one kid, he goes, "Your train tracks."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow. I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, because it goes around the whole room. I mean, I don't know how many actual tracks I have in this thing, but it's a lot of boxes. I can tell you that.
All right, tell me you ran the train. Tell me you ran the train.
I ran the train.
All right, okay.
And at first it was great, and then the battery started dying, and all the kids were like, "Yay!" And then eventually they were like, "Whoa!" Because it was like slower and slower. All right, let's go ahead and get into the good mornings, and we'll get the show on the road. So, Mama Lego, good morning to you.
Hey, Mama.
Mama, moments of the magic are also known as multiverse of magic. Bricks, good morning, good morning.
Hello.
Brick Sergeant, hello, sir.
Hello.
Good morning to you. Speaking of which, I see Brick Sergeant did a $2 super sticker. I thank you, sir. So
did you do the thing? Did you do the thing so early?
I got to do the thing this early.
All right, let's do the thing.
Let's see which one.
One of the new things. One of the new things.
I know. I was like, they're all so long, but they're cool. They're cool. We'll do Doctor Strange. We'll do No. I want to do the Star Wars one. The Star Wars.
Go, Satil. You must walk a different path.
Oh, that's from the video game. I played that game.
Yeah, I got some more coming, and I was so surprised I didn't get hit with any kind of copyright claim thing. So, you know what did get hit with a copyright claim, though?
What's that?
I will remember.
Stop it! Stop! Blah 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 blah.
Oh no!
They might just copyright claim you singing it and be like, "No, no,
you sad song." Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. All right. SNOTokay's out there. What's up, Michaela?
Hey, yeah,
let's see here. Mayo. Did somebody say Mayo? Yes, you did. Let's see who else is out there. Bricklock.
All right.
Mr. Lincoln.
Mr. Lincoln. Yeah.
I see Nicole, also known as Lady McBrick.
Lady
Wonderful
McBrick.
Nicole.
Lady
How are you
McBrick.
today?
Lady
Good morning.
McBrick. Yeah.
Tina Bricks is out there.
Hey,
good
Tina.
morning. Lumberjack's out there. Good morning to you.
Hey, Josh. You know that Josh survived the fire?
Oh, what?
Technically, I guess the building next to him caught on fire, and then it spread to his building or whatever. And yeah, he's living in a new place now because of the whole horrible fire.
Well, I was kind of trying to keep tabs on what exactly was going on. But
I was going to mention Brooks Bricks did a vlog about it.
All right. I will definitely check that out.
Check that out.
Definitely, yes.
It's a great request, I think.
But Josh and family are fine. They are fine.
I know, and that's a horrible thing to happen. I tell you, I working in the apartment industry for like 20 years. I've actually been part of a few different fires that have happened, and it's terrible, man. I mean, because look, obviously the main thing is you're okay. You know what I mean? That's the first and foremost. But once you get past that part, then, you're trying to put your life back together. You know what I mean? And even if you have like good insurance and everything, some stuff's irreplaceable.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter if you can buy a new TV or something, but there's sentimental things, you know what I mean, that, can get damaged. So, but yeah, definitely glad that you were okay. Let's see here. King Oldendorf. I can't bow to you because we're already loyal to Cabbage. But
exactly.
But if we ever break alignment with Cabbage, we will come to you, King Oldendorf. Let's see here. Oh, there's Brick Hive. What's up, Brick Hive?
What's up, Brick Hive?
Moving on. Simon, good morning to you.
Hey,
Chris Harper, good morning to you. I see Chef out there. What's cooking, Chef? I know, I love Chef T. Such a great guy. Let's see, Journal of the Scots, Moto.
Michael Kanemoto.
I feel like Moto just teleports like Nightcrawler or something like that, man. Just like.
Hey, message me on the Instagram, Moto. I wanna chat with some Lego masters. So message me, Moto.
Yeah, and also Moto. I mean, I was just thinking about you yesterday or the day before because I was like, I feel like I haven't seen you in a little while.
Come to Friday Night Bricks. Sometimes he hangs out there.
Yeah, definitely. I need to spend more time there Friday. I've been sleeping too much lately. Mr. Wayne Sherman, good morning to you. He says, good morning, fools. Titanium J. Jesse, what's going on? Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Spoiler
He
warning.
says
There
it's
might
morning.
be a show in a few weeks.
This morning. Yeah, just in case anybody thinks it's the evening time. Let's see here. Who else am I missing? The chat just goes so fast. Kings Rule 77. They're called Aussies because they're awesome.
Okay.
Look, I'm going to say something. I don't want you to take this the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Because you're right. Aussies are awesome. But that's not how awesome is spelled. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I feel like I'm being petty. But some people have weird OCD about things. And I don't mind slang, ironically. I misspelling bothers me. Slang does not. Maybe that's how you write awesome in Australia. Maybe that's slang. Maybe it's slang for awesome. All right, moving on. Let's see here. Who else? SD Bricks. Good morning from sunny San Diego. I used to live in San Diego, and it is without a doubt the best weather I've ever lived in the United States. And I've lived in a lot of states. I've lived as far northwest, south, and east in these states as you can get. And did you know that Hawaii is actually the southernmost state in the United States? Not the continental United States, but the United States.
Oh,
some useless facts out there for you guys. Let's see here. I finally got to Titanium J. Moto says I do teleport. Snot says special hello to Chef's perfect house hippo of a dog.
I don't know what that means, but all right. Shout out, dog. Hi.
Chef got a big dog.
Oh, okay.
I just read the private chat.
I know.
Don't.
Sorry, hubby.
My bad.
Learn to spell, though. I mean, come on.
I feel like an ass. A big giant ass. I'm sorry.
Exactly. If you like the way Hive takes down spices, hit the like button. Yeah.
Look, I swear I've got to be bipolar. Only I could be like so quick with certain things, and then also be just as quick with trying to apologize and take it back.
I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back.
You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Steve Weiser, good morning.
Hey, Steve.
I got to the bottom of the chat. Oh, and Titanium J, all I did was give you the heart symbol, but good morning to you. I hope school is going not too harsh on you, brother.
Yeah. I hope you're done with the corona. 6 feet away from the ladies, Jay. I try, come on.
Yeah, Jay, we told you. We told you. Be careful.
Uh-huh.
Stop kissing all them strange girls before you're going to get COVID. All right. Anyways, so yes, we have a good show today. We have collectors. So I really wanted to highlight collectors and collections that aren't Lego.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We see a lot of Lego, and I feel like really we always never get enough Lego. But it just thought it'd be nice, to show off different things. I personally dip into Funko Pops and Black Series.
Oh, wow.
I have collected many other things throughout my adult and childhood life, whether it be Transformers, all kinds of action figure type things. I played and still do, and this is something else we need to announce eventually, Doc, is that I used to play Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yeah?
So I collected and still have, I literally have like a huge box full of, I have thousands and thousands of cards. I don't know what to do. Anyway,
I still have my hero clicks, John.
And I have tons of hero clicks that eventually I'm going to sell. They're probably not really worth anything, so I'll probably just sell them all in one bundle. But they're cool. They're all Marvel. I had all Marvel hero clicks.
I had Marvel and DC, because if you have the Green Lantern, you could move your entire team, Hive. That's why I got Green Lantern. I'm like, my entire team right over here.
That's good. That's good stuff. I was a huge comic book collector. So I used to have long boxes just full of comics.
Oh, I still have
man. I just love collecting stuff. And I will tell you right now, and I put this poll in the
there's a poll. Okay,
yes,
what's the question?
Poll. Does collecting Lego prevent you from collecting anything else?
Yes, it does.
So it's kind of a trick question, because look, and I want to get something right out of the way for any of the sticklers out there, that you are your own person. You are responsible for your own actions. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm blaming Lego for if you can't collect anything else, because you can obviously not collect Lego or collect less Lego or something like that.
Mhm.
But I personally believe that a lot of us are addicted to Lego or have an addictive personality or maybe a shopping addiction, but these multiple things tie into Lego. Okay.
Yeah.
Because of that, for a lot of us, it's, I would say, pretty much impossible to collect anything else. The only reason I can do it is because I make a pretty good money, and now that I have a job, or I have in the past, or whatever the case may be.
I don't like to be distracted by some other collecting thing. I'm like, no. Just collect one thing at a time and then move on.
Well, and we'll get into more of this when we have our collectors on. But yeah, it just even the things that I do collect out of Lego, it's very limited. Like I can't just go buy whatever. I mean, like with the Black Series and the Pops, they're very limited, like on what I truly connect with or something.
Willie Nelson.
All right, we'll discuss Willie Nelson. All right. Okay, so
whatever.
I feel like that's the same for me though. Like when I do collect things, I'm not like I need to have all of them, but when I do, it needs to have some sort of special meaning to me to collect that. You know, like when you were talking about the Funko Pops, I mean, you can see, and this is actually like there's a row behind all these because I just haven't found a good place to put them yet.
Right.
But I do collect Funko Pops, but and we were talking about this earlier. It in my old place, it was up on this wall, and it was my wall of women plus Finn. Finn gets a
plus Finn.
That's what I said earlier. I was like, that's great.
Yeah, and it's very specifically women who, like, whether it be in like my favorite video games or shows or anything like that I collect. And in fact, just yesterday I added Mighty Thor to my collection because again, it was one of those things that I connected with, you know, strong women, things like that, and that's where my collections usually end up.
No, Mrs. Hive she collects Pops, and she's got quite the collection going on now. It was so funny. She didn't think she was going to get like into it that much, and now she's got more Pops than I think just about anybody I know personally. Anyways, but she has a section that's like strong women. Like she has the Ruth Gaithersburg. She has like I think
Ruth Ginsburg.
I'm sorry, Ginsburg. I'm horrible at names.
Technically, I guess Bader Ginsburg, but you know.
Yeah. She has like I think it's Jackie Kennedy. She has like other ones that like just different. And then she has like she's got like shows.
Kennedy, but whatever.
She's got like shows she likes, like the Grey's Anatomy Pops.
Right.
And she's got like all kinds of different icons. And but yeah, it's a big thing. By the way, my Bricks and me, good morning to you.
Hey.
And I see Ninja out there. Ninja will be on the panel also. FabBlondies Bricks will be on the panel today, and SNOTokay will be on the panel today.
So they all woke up. Excellent West Coasters. Excellent.
I tell you, when guests can you know definitely keep the time slot or whatever. It really, that's awesome because I understand, man. It's why it's hard for us sometimes to get guests because we're on in the morning. So especially, and I'm on the East Coast, so if you're going west, it gets a little more difficult. But
those Aussie guests are in the middle of the night.
And then they're like, it's like middle of the night for them. So we have a great panel, great theme today. Obviously you guys have seen our guest co-host is Amberlia.
Amberlia Builds.
And you know, it's I forgot to ask you, can we talk about for just a second what you told me that you do you and your husband do on Wednesdays?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, great. I just, I forgot to ask if it was okay. I don't like to just blurt people's info.
No, I fly my nerd flag. It's totally fine.
Cool. So Amberlia and her husband play Dungeons and Dragons every Wednesday. And I thought it was awesome when you mentioned that your husband was the dungeon master. Yes. I was like, yes.
Oh, wow,
So I just again, that it just proved to me just how how cool you guys are and everything. How did you guys get into that? I mean, was it just kind of randomly or?
Yeah. So, well, my husband has been doing D&D probably since it started. Who knows? He might mention something in the chat here, but he was always into it, and it started out a while back as a hey, it would be fun to do D&D with friends, and I was like, hey, I'm open to that. That sounds like fun. And we had a group of people who we would come and we would meet in person with, and we had this gigantic group. I had some friends that were probably not all that into it. In fact, they just kind of came over and drank. And I picked like the druid with all of these crazy spell things going on. And I'll be honest, I didn't like it. I was like, this is too confusing, or like I'd have the wrong spell set and I'd take my turn and you miss. All right, great. Now I got to sit here for like 20 minutes while everybody else figures out what to do before I can try again. And it wasn't fun for me. And then when like the pandemic and everything started, my husband was using Roll20 to do things with friends and to run different games. And I would just always hear them like having fun and everything. And again, I was kind of lonely. I was like, oh, I'm stuck inside. I want to play too. And so I picked a much simpler character. I'm a fighter. So it's just, and I do dual wield, which is pretty fun. I've got some fun little perks and stuff there. And with Roll20, it kind of makes things a little bit easier because you can always see the descriptions and all that stuff. So it's great if you're like coming in a little bit more, like a little newer. And I just had such a great time. I was like, okay, wait, this is fun. Putting on
now I'm doing it right.
Yeah. And in fact, it was so fun that I manage a team of web developers, and for our team bonding, my husband runs for me a D&D game, and my boss actually was like, I want to do that too. So he joins in with us, and we do it monthly because it is on the clock and stuff like that. But it's been so much fun, like getting into it. It really was about finding a character that could be kind of easier to play. And like when you try to dive in with all these other people and this super crazy rules, it's super confusing. So that's the story of how that happened.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I played long time ago, when I was younger, and then I got into Magic the Gathering, and I just dived right into that and played that for a lot of years. And then I don't know, I haven't really messed with it for a really long time, but probably just because of time, and everything else that goes on in life. It just,
we gotta get a Lego community game going somehow.
Yes.
Well, and then, Doc and I mentioned about doing something kind of with Magic the Gathering also. So we're
something online.
Yeah. So we're just kind of talking about that. But yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I just remember you'd mentioned it, and I was like, I find that fascinating. And also we got some new people out there. I seen Rula. Good morning.
Yeah.
I seen Just Build It. Good morning. I seen Ivan. Good morning to you. Kayla was talking about going to pull the dice collection into the mix now.
Oh yeah. It's a thing. So it becomes addictive.
And my daughter actually started getting into D&D. I don't know how deep she got into it or anything, but I remember I think it was last Christmas or maybe for her birthday. I bought her like a set of dice and a nice set of like cool looking dice. I don't remember how many sides they have on them. They got some crazy dice now, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I love the electronic ones. Those were fun.
Yeah. All right. Like so. Big Nate Bricks. Hello.
Hey, Nate.
All right. So listen, everybody.
I see Miss Amby as well.
I need to make a quick announcement. Hi, Miss Amby. Good morning. And then we're gonna get on to our giveaway.
I know. Yeah,
that we purposely pushed off.
Yeah, we held it back. Held it back for Labor Day weekend.
Held it back. So without getting into much. But look, I apologize to everybody. I've been a little slow on sending stuff out lately. Part of it is because, and I'm not gonna make excuses, but part of it is just because I've been working and I've been working a lot, and it's hard to get to the post office when you have to work all day long. But that being said, I did send some stuff out yesterday. I sent a few things out a couple days ago or a few days ago. What I need to send out, what's really hanging up on me right now is I have a bunch of stickers to send out. All right. Now I can go and look at who's on my members list. Okay. But this is important. If you are a second or third tier member of my channel, you will be getting one of these. Okay. Ooh. Now, I've already talked to a few people, like Brick Sergeant's one. So I've already got like his address. If I don't have your address and you are a second or third tier member, let me know and I'll send you one of these. If you want one, no pressure, but I'm just saying if you want one. Now, also, I got these stickers made. You can see it matches my shirt. So this is the Phase 2 Commander Cody drawing that I did, and I made stickers out of them. All right. So every member of my channel gets one of these. So if you're a channel member and you want a Phase 2 Commander Cody sticker, again, message me on Instagram, send me whatever address you want me to send this to, and I will send you one of these. I promise.
That's amazing, by the way. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then when these are also going to be limited too. So if you want one, message me and we'll discuss, price and sending it to you or whatever.
If you're not a member.
Yeah, if you're not a member. I will be doing, once I sell, I might do another batch of these, I'm not sure, but once I sell all these, then I'll do a whole batch of the Death Trooper helmets that I did. And that's what I'll do. Every time I do a new helmet, I'll make at least every member will get a new helmet sticker. So I just want to make sure everybody knew that.
All right, awesome.
So question.
Yes.
Yeah.
If a member wanted more than one, could they purchase more from you?
Yes. And I'm totally unprepared for this right now. As per usual.
Okay.
So no, and when I say that, I mean I could have someone be like, "Oh, I'll take 20 of them." And I'm like, "Oh, crap." Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, just if you want more than one, it's perfectly fine. Just message me and we'll talk it over, because if these get popular, like a lot of people want these, I'll go ahead and I'll get a few more batches made. And oh, Will, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hi, he's saying hi, and then he's wandering away, looks like.
Well, we appreciate you stopping in.
He's tired. He's tired.
So
you ship internationally? International. Will you ship international?
If we talk about shipping, I mean, obviously something this small wouldn't cost a lot in shipping, but it's obviously going to take more than if I send it to Amberlia. You know what I mean? It's a lot further of a trip. Okay. So, but yeah, like I said, if you're a member, you don't have to pay anything for these. So I need to know where you want them. So
yep, I need that address on the Instagram.
If I don't have your address, or whatever, just let me know. All right.
Okay, let's do this real quick. Surprise! Surprise! You thought we had all the birthdays? You thought there were no birthdays? Well,
I thought we had no birthdays.
There are. Check it out.
Big Brick Pick.
Mini Big Thick Big Brick Brick. Happy 21st birthday.
Happy 21st, man. Uh-oh.
Yeah. And booyah! Trenton of the Brickhead family. He is 19 now. He's going to be 19. I found 2 birthdays. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. Happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday.
1 year more into adulthood.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. I'm
always out there looking for them celebration things.
Yeah, look. I know we're always talking about the birthday thing, but if you have any type of milestone, anniversary, something that's worth, us shouting out about, do it.
Let me know, and I'll hook you up with a shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I guess
giveaway. We're doing a giveaway.
Yeah, let's do the giveaway. Right. I've already got it loaded up. Let's see here.
What are we giving away? What are they winning? What are they winning? What's the prize? What's the prize?
All right, you can pick one of these poly bags. I will give you the option to pick. There's a Harry Potter one.
Ooh.
There's the Star Wars one.
Oh, Scout Walker.
Yeah. There's a Speed Champion. You get your hovercraft guy and a monkey.
Nice.
And an apple.
Oh yeah.
And then you can pick a Speed Champions.
Oh, okay.
So you can pick one of those 4, and I will send that to you. All right. So let's.
All right. So how's this giveaway going to work? How are you going to do it?
Well,
the big wheel or what?
Yeah, we're gonna do the wheel. I'm just trying to figure out time wise. We should be okay to do the whole wheel. You think?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
We have a few segments to go through.
Yeah. So why don't we just do the first person winner? That we'll just do the first person.
Well, you don't have that many segments, but okay.
we gotta do either the first person or we gotta go through the whole thing. But I mean,
just spin that wheel and let's
just pick a random number.
How many names are on the wheel anyway?
29. So everybody, you have a 1 in 29 chance of winning right now. So what do you think? I think we should just go through it. It won't take long. We'll be quick.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
And I love that. I love the song. I love that song.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me actually. I forgot about. I got to redo this one.
Hey, Greg. I see Greg out there. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg, what's happening? Just in time. All right, let me do this again so I can do the volume. Share screen, share audio. All right. There we go. Okay.
All right, spin that wheel.
Let's do it. I shuffled it already, and yeah. All right, remember, last person standing.
Y'all been sleeping on me. Better wake up. Put your fly gear on. Do your makeup. Drop it real low.
No, Mama Lego. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
And then it laughs. I just love that laugh. All right. Sounds so much like my laugh.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like that. All right. Who's it gonna be? Oh, space time.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
No, space time is gone.
Sorry.
All
I'm
right.
so sorry. I have to wait.
I feel bad because the music makes me want to groove, and then someone gets kicked out.
I know.
Right. It is kind of rough. It's mixed emotions.
It's horribly wonderful.
Our wheel is kind of off. Oh no, is that Mr. Lincoln?
No, Brick Love.
Oh gosh. See, I feel like there could be a joke in there somewhere too, but I'm not gonna do it. All right, moving on. Who's gonna be next? Ingrid. Oh, Ingrid, I'm so sorry.
Bummer. All right, next time.
That's a long laugh too, man. It sounds like it hurts, All right, who's it gonna be next? Oh, is that Simon?
No, Simon. No,
it's Big Fella. No way. That was so close. Oh my
When it just goes so slow at the end, it's just like, come on.
I know. It's
now.
the anticipation. It gives you anxiety. All right, and it's gonna be
Nate.
Oh man, Nate's never won. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Nate. I'm so sorry.
Simon, that
Mr.
laugh
Blue.
is evil.
It is. It does give off crazy different vibes from the music. I wonder if I could probably customize it. Oh no, Amberlia!
No, that feels fair. That feels fair. It would be very strange to be a guest host and then win.
Maybe that's what the wheel is thinking. We was like, no, even if you're a co-host, no mercy. But yeah, I wonder if we can. Oh no, is that the no? Oh, snap!
Oh,
Snap's another one that has never won. I feel so bad.
Bummer. As long as Ninja doesn't win again.
But yeah, I think we might better customize the audio. So maybe like Doc, you can laugh at the end.
Oh,
Simon! I'm so sorry, Simon. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Is that better?
Well, no, because there's like, look at this. Oh, I can't do it right now, but like, there's this advanced option, and it gives you so many different options to do. Oh no, royalty! Royalty will be taken down as well. Your crown does not earn you one, but King Oldendorf has definitely won a couple times.
Yeah.
I do like how it's got the sun in the middle though with the sunglasses.
No, keep going. Dude, oh
my gosh.
That was close.
Sorry,
You know
sorry,
who?
dude.
That
So
was close.
sorry.
You know who? I can't say
I
your
can't
name.
believe how close they get. Alright, well, let's see.
Come on, get the ninja. Hit the ninja. Ninja, come on. Where's the ninja? Just kidding, ninja.
Oh no, Lego Freak. But Lego Freak is another one that has won before.
Yeah. Way back in the early days.
Yeah, back in the days. All right, come on, we're getting the numbers are getting down. Oh, looks like this is gonna land on John. Oh, sorry, John. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So sorry.
There's the evil laugh and then all of the confetti too. Like, yay, you won!
Oh no!
All right, there we go.
I'm so sorry, Lord.
Bummer.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. My favorite witch did not win. All right. Who's it gonna be? We're down to 15 people. We got a lot in there. Oh my! You might have got your whip.
Boom, ninja. Yeah.
Ninja. I'm so sorry.
Bummer.
But you know what, Ninja? You're still getting your one from last month. Yeah,
right.
Last month. All right, here we go. Better wake up. And I think that's gonna be Mayo.
Oh, did someone say
sorry.
Mayo? Oh, he's done.
Will said Mayo. You do not win. So sorry.
All right.
All right, come on.
Y'all been sleeping on me. Better wake up. Put your fly gear on. Do your makeup. Drop it real low. Pick it back up.
Oh no!
Hey, Jude, you got eliminated.
I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
Next time.
Coming through the room, turn the bass up. Y'all been sleeping on me. Better wake up. Put your fly gear on. Do your makeup.
Oh, I think it's gonna be Anthony.
That's okay. Anthony won 2 times in a row. Remember, so
Anthony
it's okay.
has won twice. That is true. It's okay. So sorry. All right. Down to 11.
All right, come on.
Do your makeup.
Greg, your Master Chief.
Bummer.
I think it's gonna be Greg. Oh. I'm so sorry, Greg. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah.
Okay, come on. Big 10. Top 10. And Bricks. I'm so sorry. And then there was 9.
Yeah, I don't want to say anybody's name. I'm like, oh, look, so-and-so is still on there. And I'll just tell you so-and-so. I don't want to say their name.
Oh, Fluffy. Yep, Fluffy.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Fluffy.
Bummer.
I'm so sorry. Maybe next time.
All right, spin that wheel.
Here we go.
Y'all been sleeping on me. Better wake up.
Wake up.
Put your fly gear on. Do your makeup. Drop
Oh no, is it Shy? Is it Shy?
Yep, Shy's going out.
Shy, I'm so sorry. Shy has not won yet either.
Nope.
I don't think anybody left on the board.
Turn the bass out. Y'all been sleeping on me. Better wake
I'm
up.
pretty
Put your
sure.
fly gear on. Do your makeup. Drop it real low.
Oh,
all right.
I'm so sorry, Rich. I am so sorry. And just think, everybody, we still got another one this month.
Yeah, one more. The end of the month. The end of the month.
Sleeping on me. Better wake up.
Yeah, we thought September 4th was going to be the end of the month for us.
Drop it real low.
Oh no! Bummer,
Chef,
bummer,
no.
bummer.
I'm so sorry, Chef. I'm so sorry.
All right.
All right, moving on. Moving on.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get Bricky TY
Oh my
out.
gosh.
I was gonna say Bricky
This is
TY.
crazy.
Bricky TY. See what happens.
We also got Mr. Shenanigans on there. Master Chief. Oh, no.
Oh, Lady McBrick. No.
We got BFAB on there.
This is getting intense.
I know. It always does when it
then
gets
there were
down this
four.
low. I mean, I don't like. Look, Master Chief, BFAB, Bricky TY, and Macro. What a selection! Oh no! Oh no! The wheel said no stinky bricks.
All right. I'm
so
hoping the
sorry.
person's
Sorry.
name that I said wins. Come on now. Come on.
All right, come on, here we go. Who's it gonna be? Oh no, Master Chief! I'm so sorry, Master Chief. I'm so sorry. Dude, this is crazy. It's down to
All right, here we
Bricky
go.
and BFAB.
Here
All right,
we
it's heads
go.
up.
Oh my gosh, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh my goodness, who's it gonna be? I think.
No. Yes. I've broken the curse. You win, Bricky TY. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry, BFAB.
Bricky
I'm sorry.
TY. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Look,
about.
and I want to say, Bricky TY, first, congratulations. But also, I'd have to check. But I think Bricky might be the longest member I've had.
Oh,
It's either Bricky, Ninja, or possibly BFAB. Honestly, BFAB's been a member for a really, really long time.
Oh,
I'd have to look. Yeah, like Bricky
Yes,
and
congrats.
I know for sure Bricky and Ninja are approaching 2 years. Yeah, because they became members, I think, almost immediately when I became monetized. But like BFAB, I think is either right there or maybe about the same length. I can't remember. I'd have to look. But congratulations to you. I think Amberlia froze. Unless she's just like playing that game. You seen that game on Instagram where like they stop and they're like, "Is this a photo?"
No. I would probably click on the thing that says, "Why am I seeing this?" on Instagram, and then click get rid of it.
All right. So also I see Multigasm Geek out there.
All right, hey.
What's happening? He is also the one that made the wheel for me. Who else is out there? I couldn't see the chat while the whole wheel thing was going on. I see Max. What's up, Max? West Coast Bricks in the house.
Maximum girthage.
Yep. Hashtag Girth Gang. Hashtag couple of brickheads.
Here, let's play a segment while we're waiting for Amberlia to try to come back in.
Please.
There's a question. There's a question I keep wondering about. Let's see if we could see if what the chat thinks about the question. Good morning, Brick World. Yeah. Whatnot is a mysterious place. Is it a selling platform or is it a way to enhance your social networking? You know what I mean? Like if you're a YouTuber, this is the way to increase your brand presence by, I guess at this point, bidding off a portion of an experience. And that experience, of course, would be getting merchandise from me, your favorite YouTuber or Instagrammer or what have you. You know what I mean? Is that what Whatnot has become? Is it just a platform for people to, enhance their social networking kind of a thing. Is it really, or is it actually a place to buy and sell merchandise, a place to find bargains, Is it another, Let Go? Is it another Facebook marketplace? Or is it really just a social network at this point? All right, here he is, none other than Ficken Bricks. Can you believe it? All right. All right, so let's first, before I get to all the hard-hitting questions, let's just talk about your nom de guerre, haulin' and ballin', the fun time you have on Sundays with Cheap Ass Bricks and Brick Revolution. So what's the deal? How long has that thing been going on?
370 some episodes, 370 weeks, 370 some weeks. I mean, constant for 370 weeks. So,
all right, so at least a couple of years. So 3 years, maybe 4 years.
10, 15 years, sure. Absolutely.
Okay, so so what time is that show on Sundays?
So it is every Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, only on the Haulin' and Ballin' channel.
Oh, okay. All right. So you recently you called Whatnot the Wild West and are walking away from it. Do you think Whatnot has become basically a way for famous Instagrammers and YouTubers and whatever's just to sell their merchandise and enhance their brand? It's not really a selling platform.
I would say yes. I am not a person that will come out and, I'm not going to talk bad about anybody. You know me, Doc. You know me by now. Ficken Bricks doesn't talk bad about anybody. What you're doing is what you're doing. If you feel good about it, if you want to increase your brand, if you're trying to build your status on, on social media, it's a way to do it. When I was first brought onto the Whatnot platform, I was I had a lot more support. Let's just put it that way. I had a lot more support when a lot of the OG people came on the Whatnot platform, the people that before the, the kind of the more famous YouTubers and Instagrammers and TikTokers came on the platform. We had some good support and we had a good thing going, and it kind of went down a different path. So that's kind of where I kind of jumped off the wagon, if you will. So.
Okay. So you think new people that are, that have no real social presence or whatever, you think they really stand a chance to make money, or is it really not really a place to make money? You should head for your Facebook marketplaces and your other selling places, your Let Go's, whatnot.
Marketplace, all your interweb selling sites, there's good and bad about everything. I will say the fee structure on Whatnot is not horrible, and Whatnot is a very decent place to sell your Lego. It is a decent place to sell your Lego. I myself sell it the OG method, the old school method. I throw a minifig up on the screen. I set a bid price on it. If you want to bid on it. You're getting this many. That's what you're getting when you bid.
No, thank you, Bucky.
Other channels? That's not the game.
Okay. So why did you leave? Is there a better platform than Whatnot?
This is kind of a twofold question for myself. Honestly, I didn't like, again, I kind of put it out there. I didn't like the direction that the Whatnot, app was going, if you will, the direction it was going. There's a lot of things that do happen on Whatnot that I don't think are on the up and up. I'll just put it that way. We'll just throw that out there and just say that. I'm again, whatever that people are doing on Whatnot, that's their brand, that's their business, that's what they're doing. If they want to do it, again, I don't have nothing against it. It's just not my thing. That's my stance. That's kind of my stance where I'm at.
Okay.
Oh, you're muted, Doc.
I have a response from Hive that's already in the can. Let's want to rant live. I mean, not play that segment, but it's just been I've been wondering about Whatnot, because at first it seemed like a whatever, and then all of a sudden I'm watching it and I'm like, wow, that thing went for $45. That figure went for $45 and it's only worth $2. What is going on here? You know.
Well, there's a couple different things that I've thought about since when you actually asked me when you interviewed me the other day or whatever. One is something actually Mike brought up. I heard him say in his the most recent Cali Brick Click about how some people, and this is true, it's kind of like when you're at the casino in a way. You know, you get a rush when you're going back and forth. You know, even if you pay more for something, sometimes it's about principle. Sometimes it's about like, if I really want a minifig, and it depends on the level of want, I'll be willing to pay more. You know what I mean? I'll even get in a fight about it and pay more than what I would originally want to pay. But I do have a mental threshold where I'm like, okay, that's as far as I can go. You know what I mean? Some people might not have it. Some people's threshold might be further. Yeah, because there's a lot of them that I've seen. I'm like, why would you pay that for that? You know what I mean? But then a lot of it's because it was this person's, you know, whether it's a big influencer.
Right. I'm buying the experience and the figure, you know.
But I've told people, you know, in my whatnot live streams and stuff that, you know, it's also another flip side of that coin. You could find something extremely for a crazy deal. I've sold minifigs for way less than what they're probably really worth. Yeah. And since nobody was really either on the auction or didn't want it or whatever, somebody got it for a mad good deal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it can go both ways. But I agree. I definitely agree with a lot of stuff that Vic's saying. I think it's just like a lot of things where it's growing fast. Just in the Lego community, but of course, I mean, Pops are on there. Anything you can probably sell is on there, man.
Yeah, there's a lady on there that just gives stuff away. She doesn't sell anything. It's just multiple. It's just giveaway after giveaway after giveaway.
Which like, I don't understand, but whatevs.
So I do understand. I do understand because sometimes if you're someone like me who is a hobby hopper, you will collect things, and at some point you're like, I just need to get rid of this, and I need it to kind of be hassle-free. Yeah. So there does come a point where it's like, if it can go to a good home of someone who's going to enjoy it, as opposed to just like, there's a lot of things around donating to certain organizations because there's a little bit of controversy sometimes there. But if you can give it away to people who you know are going to love and appreciate it, it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. So whatnot is definitely a big thing right now, no doubt. And another thing that Michael, I say Michael, but I call him Mike. But the other thing Mike had said was it's also very easy and convenient because they give you the shipping label, they pay for shipping. You know, it's just super easy and convenient to do. Real quick, I seen Macro. Yes, Macro. Thank you so much for also telling everybody to like that.
Hit that like button. Yes. Yeah. Don't forget to like.
All right. You know what? We'll do the Death Star one just because it's kind of epic.
Yeah. I love that at the end. Yeah.
Also, we have some new people in here. Will said he's got to head out. Hey, thank you, Will. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. There's also the other Will, Hoarder 66. Yeah. One of my favorite names, Hoarder 66. Cleetoris, did I say that right? Cleetoris says, howdy, I love this stream. Well, thank you. This stream loves you too.
And then they said, what's the stream about? What's the stream about? What's the stream about? Well, let's have some Lego.
Oh.
Yeah. But we can have our faces on the screen.
There you go.
So there's a haunted house, little miniature one. There it is, revealed.
And congratulations to Ninja for finally scoring this thing. I was trying to find it for him, but my Lego store didn't have it. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, it's like rare. Everybody and their mother wanted this thing.
That's right.
Finally,
I need to get this.
I love that R2-D2 has a sweater as well as C-3PO. It's just like,
of each other.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nick B, and good morning to Two Humble Bricks. Also, Bricks for Chris out there. Good morning.
Hey, B for C.
I
The city one is disappointing that there's no Christmas sweaters. They could have had regular city Christmas sweaters, like the rescue sweater or fire sweater, something, you know?
Yeah,
Just wearing regular clothes. Just Santa Claus, really?
I just love the horse. Amberlia, what were we saying?
I do want to mention, I hate that the promos spoil them. That they show you like what's going to be in them.
Oh, yeah, and the advent calendar.
I actually like the surprise. When I get these, I put them up in like the first day, but then you go on the site and it's like the second thing. It's like, here's everything you get to build. And it's like, no,
and look, I can't lie. I'm completely ignorant about it because I forget that it's.
Like, I didn't even think of that until you just said it. I was just like, oh, wow. Yeah.
But you're absolutely right, because that's the whole fun of an advent calendar is not knowing. Yeah. Hi, Minifig Who.
Hey, so I guess spoiler warning, everybody. Dang, too late. We ruined Christmas. Check it out. There, it's ruined. It's ruined. Let's just continue ruining Christmas, okay?
Yes. Sorry, everybody. Hi, Kittenville Brick.
There's how it folds out. And that Christmas tree does not come with that one. That's just like,
I just need that white horse, man. I just need that white horse. What's going on in the friends calendar? I didn't even look, dude.
There it is.
That reindeer's cute.
I know. I wish it was.
And there's a friend Santa that
I want to say more realistic, but more realistic in Lego is still difficult to say. I have a big reindeer though. I have the adult reindeer over in the forest right now.
It's like, why did they not? There should be friends should make some sort of a beard attachment. They need a beard attachment. That printed beard is sad. That is sad. That's a sad Santa. And look how skinny he is too. It's just
that's not Santa.
I think it's just one of the friends' grandfathers. Just like, hey, I'm gonna put on the hat.
Dude, that ain't no good. Dude, that minifig ain't more than 25 years old, dude.
Yeah, I know. Pretty sad.
So yeah, I got quite the collection of figs going on this year in the Harry Potter thing.
But again, no Christmas sweaters. What is the deal?
Well, I don't think they celebrate Christmas in Harry Potter world.
Yeah, they do. Have you seen the movies? Have you seen the movies?
Actually, you're right.
He gets a horrible sweater every year for Christmas. So it's like he doesn't even have the H sweater. It's just like, come on, they're not even trying.
That's not a legitimate excuse. By the way, I love all these side builds as well. Look at the Gringotts, man, with the dragon. That was great. What else we got?
That was it. Just the advent calendars and the the haunted house. That's pretty much it.
And I gotta tell you, for those, oh my gosh, it's almost 11. I gotta these invites out. For the first, man, I've seen a lot of haul videos.
Oh yeah.
Good morning, Chris. Did anybody else jump in? I said hi to Kittenville, Minifig Who.
I see a chop to your Sai O'Connor.
Sai O'Connor. What's going on, Sai? Sai, man. I feel like you need to do like a weekly segment on I went to the Lego store. Now that you got a Lego store.
Exactly. I know. Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. All right. So let me send some invites out.
All right. Send some invites out and we'll have Larry talk about.
Yes.
About mock and displaying. Let me see if I got here somewhere. Where is he at? Where's Larry at?
Larry the Legend.
Aha! Good morning, Brick World. Yeah. And welcome to the mock series. Yeah. A series where you find out how they got there. What took so long for some of these mock guys to finally display at a show, Maybe they'll teach us a lesson. Maybe they'll show us why we don't want to mock at conventions. Or maybe they will inspire us to build our own creation and show up at the next convention near us. All right, so let's take a look. Let's have a talk. Let's not just take a look and have a talk with Larry Legend. Yeah. There we go. Welcome, Larry. This is all about the mock series. How the heck did they get there? I'm talking about first timers. First time at a show, it's first time at a convention. Because wasn't Chicago the first time you displayed alone? Well, part of a group or whatever. But the first time. And Brick Slopes was the first time with a lug. Isn't this like double first timers? Are you not a first timer?
Yeah, so Chicago was my first time to a con, period. First time I did a collaboration with guys from other states, but also the first time I displayed independently. And then Brick Slopes, we brought about a dozen members from our lug with a huge Ghostbusters Afterlife display. And I think almost everyone there was their first con.
So, Larry, it's not like you're a slouch when it comes to mocking. Why did it take so long for you to decide to finally, display at a convention? What was it? What was it?
First, most important factor was geography.
Right.
Being so far away from anything that, being in Denver, there's really nothing close. Salt Lake City and then like Omaha are the very closest cons. But then it's just a matter of, is my stuff good enough? When I went to Chicago, I'm like, I'm going to go whether or not I have anything. And then I thought, well, bring what I have.
So how much different was it? Like, well, I guess both times were with a group, but so the second time Brick Slope was like a no-brainer. You were like, I'm going, it's close enough. I am a convention-going, displaying guy from now until they put me into the coffin, right? Is that the deal?
Pretty much, yeah. Because being now, since we could drive in 8 hours, it was a no-brainer. It's like, it's close enough. Let's do this thing.
Okay. So did YouTube like it anyway? Being on YouTube or knowing YouTubers that did Lego, did that in any way influence you into deciding I'm going to go to a convention and display?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100%. Because I didn't know about this larger community. And I didn't know about what a cool group of humans, felt or otherwise, that this community is.
Right.
Just really supportive. We talked at length about this in the after party stuff, about how the community is so they just accept you. We all have this one thing in common. We are creators using this medium, and we do it in all these different ways, and we come from all different backgrounds, and we believe all kinds of different things, but we come together, and we don't talk about any of that kind of stuff. We just play together.
Okay. All right, Larry. So this is kind of like an advice question. So say I'm a mediocre mocker, or I'm just a beginner. I guess let's just say I am a beginner, and I am I have the trepidations. I've got the fears about going to a con. Is there any kind of advice you would give somebody that's hanging out on the fence, or is worried or anything like that about going to a show for the first time and displaying?
I'll tell you, if you can go with a friend, that is huge, which I was lucky enough to do that both times. If you find yourself by yourself, maybe look into your community. If you are not in a lug yet, find one. Find a couple. See which ones are going to fit for you, because not all lugs are the same. But I think the key is, as soon as you dip your toes in the water of the community and find out how welcoming they are, that part of it is gone. You're going to be welcome. You're going to be having a good time. As far as the building goes, just bring it.
Just bring it.
My lesson was just bring it. I couldn't have brought home some hardware if I didn't decide, I'll just bring this old thing.
This old thing. Yeah, that masterpiece sculpture thing floating on, come on, Larry.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I just wanted, to try to do a little thing and try to get some other mock guys, other first timers, and kind of put something together. So I don't know if anything's going to show up this Sunday, but maybe there might be a little preview or something. All right. Thanks.
Excellent. You're muted, Dok.
Okay, so I just want to take a moment to shout out Dok, because honestly, I love your interviews. I think they are so amazing. They're one of my favorite parts of Good Morning Brick World. And for me, that one spoke a lot, because I'm getting to this place in my journey where I'm like, I need to be more challenged. These are too easy. Should I start mocking? But, a little nervous about things. So I want to shout it out. I love when you do these segments and these interviews, whether they're informative or just fun. They are one of my favorite parts. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, well, you're welcome, man. Thanks for saying that. And thanks again, Larry. I'll be looking for other mockers out there, other convention people. I'm looking for you.
Yeah, and we're gonna do eventually another mock theme panel as well. So real quick, we have some guests in the green room, but I just wanted to shout out a few people I've seen jump into the chat. I've seen Studious. What's up, man? Sue. I saw
Hey Jude, glad you could make it.
And also a couple of brickheads. I saw Sean out there, and
Sean the right way.
Brick Pasta. Yes, Sean the right way.
Yeah, some pasta. Yeah, one of the brick dads. One of the brick dads.
So yeah, thank you for joining us. And we'll bring out our first guest. We lost our second guest. Our third one has not jumped in yet, but we will bring on the first one, and it is FabBlondies Bricks. What's going on? Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Nice.
How are you guys doing?
Good. You know, it's
So are those ears headphones or you're just cute?
No.
Like that?
No, they're just cute like that.
Okay, because they are cute.
Well, I think that's on brand because, as I recall, your Lego builds are like 1% cat hair.
Yes.
1% cat hair.
99% Lego and 1% cat hair.
All right. Yeah.
When you have 4 cats, you kind of don't have a choice.
Yes.
It's 3 cats here, so I feel you. I was actually on my stream talking about the same thing where, like, one of these days I'm gonna have this really old build and I'm gonna start taking it apart and there's gonna be remnants of cat hair in it.
Oh, yeah. I have to vacuum anytime I try to work on my little bit of city over here. I have to vacuum all of it first.
Yeah, that's the one thing about having an animal in the house. You know, you do get some shedding. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I have a dog and a cat now, and we definitely. You know, it's crazy too. And I'm getting ready to bring out our next guest, but I didn't realize this until being living with a dog for a while. Is like sometimes a dog hair. I don't know if the cat hair does it, but the dog hair will get stuck in between a fiber in my shirt, and it will poke me. And like it actually kind of hurts just the way it is. It's really weird. But anyways,
that's a reason to get rid of a dog.
Cat hair supposed the same way.
Also, I see Lauren out there. Brightest Witch Bricks in the house. Cats rule. Yeah, they do rule.
Yes.
Yeah, if you like cats, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more Good Morning Brick World action.
And if they didn't rule, they still would think they did. So let's bring out our next guest. It's SNOTokay, also known as Michaela. How are you?
Hey.
Hello.
Long time no see. How you doing?
I know. How you doing, my felt stranger?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing peachy keen. I'm really excited to talk about these collections. When Hive reached out, I was like, yeah, I collect something called Sunny Angels, and then literally hearing the, I know, you'll learn.
Okay, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
But then, like, hearing y'all talk, I was like, oh, I collect more than I thought. Like, so I brought the dice collection, which is like anybody that's into tabletop RPGs, like Amberlia was saying. A lot of us have one of these, and then also I'll go down the rabbit hole of the tiny squishmallow madness that I fell into.
Yeah, the little dolls you had mentioned, you know, when we were chatting and all that. I had no idea what they were, and I was like, you were like, oh, nobody's gonna want to like, and I'm like, no, I'm curious now. What are these things? So, but it's great because obviously with the collection stuff, you're right. There's a rabbit hole of things. Who would have thought you could collect dice? But believe you me, you can collect some dice. I have some friends that I don't even. I'm like, dude, there's what's going on? There's so many dice. So we have our third guest as well, and that is Ninja. What's going on?
Oh yeah.
Hello.
And I see, is that the Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Those are some clean Charizards.
Oh, I was muted. I had to flex a little poke of nerdness, you know.
Is it three of the same one? Just one's different?
No, they're different editions.
Reprinted, and then shiny, you know.
Yeah, he did get the shiny.
Wow. Well, congratulations on your win, dude.
Look at that holographic Charizard, though.
I know, dude. It's crazy. Charizard.
I had to run and grab some dice because I seen Michaela had her dice. I was like, what? It's a thing.
Roll initiative, my guy.
If my daughter was here, I would say, hey, sweetie, can I borrow your dice? I can show your dice off. Yeah, so I think, so, I mean, as I mentioned before, the thing that I kind of collect a little bit on the side is Funko Pops and Black Series. No, and the reason I have a fairly decent Funko Pop collection is because I've been collecting those. I actually started collecting Funko Pops and lightly collecting them before I even came out of my dark ages. So, I mean, I've been collecting them for a while now. How much is that Charizard worth? I don't know. What do you know what it's worth? Ninja?
A mortgage payment. No big deal.
I don't know.
It was worth all those bum out packs that had nothing in them.
Exactly. I don't know. It's weird, you know. Like it's worth how much someone will pay for it because it's listed for so many different prices. But
That's
I
what
wouldn't
I say
sell
about everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of, I guess. I mean, you know, and I hate to just keep going back to that last Kelly Brick Click episode, but you guys should really watch it if you're interested in this stuff because Mike is really smart about.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially with Lego, but like just how the market works and stuff. It was very interesting listening to what he had to say.
Who is this Mike? Just Mike? That's it?
No,
like Ding or whatever.
MKM, yeah, MKM Bricks. He's a friend of Ryan's. He's a friend of mine too. I mean, he's just obviously I haven't, I've met him personally a few times. He came up here for the cookout. Really nice guy, man. Really nice guy.
He was in one of the Photoshop pictures. Okay.
But he had mentioned about how, like, okay, let's say I want to sell something and I put it up for this price. Someone obviously wants to pay that much for it because it's worth it to them. They pay that much for it. And then that kind of, not exactly, but kind of sets, an area where people can say it's worth, and then obviously, but he was talking about how even further with it, how like, then let's say a lot of people want to sell it for that much money, but then the more people we got selling for much money, then it's like too much, like an influx. And then you got to eventually, start lowering the price because you're competing. And so it does fluctuate a lot. It's a very finicky thing, just as much like the stock market, but so before we get into everybody else, I want to explain something that is kind of funny, but it's weird. So
I'm like funny haha or funny ironical?
Probably both. So Doc mentioned earlier when I talked about getting Funko Pops, and I mainly get the ones that I know. I'm gonna explain it. All right. So mainly when I buy Funko Pops or Black Series, but mainly Funko Pops, is I get ones that mean a lot to me or something like that. Okay. Now, that being said, I'm talking like I got the 2 Tron ones because Tron is a huge part of my, my life. I've got certain select Star Wars ones. However, I do flip a lot of them. I buy some sometimes that I don't really want to keep. I just know one day I'm going to sell them, whether it's I got like the first Baskin Robin ones that was a Stranger Things one. I bought that, which ironically I've given that one away. But one day, not long ago, I was at Walmart and I saw Willie Nelson Funko Pop. And I was like, he's really old.
No?
Huh?
How can you say no to Willie Nelson?
Because
I
like
to why he bought it.
I like Willie Nelson, but not enough to really buy a Funko Pop. But I was like, he's really old, and I was like, I wonder if like his pop would be worth money after he dies.
Oh my god!
So I was telling Doc about how much shame I was feeling, because I did that. I didn't return it. I still have it.
He's doubling down. He's doubling down on it now.
Not enough.
He bought another one, of course.
Yeah, so each time he tells a story, the guilt level goes down. The guilt level just goes down a little.
So I can't remember what we eventually came to the conclusion of the terminology you used, or I don't know if you used it for me or if I used it, but there was some shame involved.
Oh yeah,
Funko Pops are a darker, deeper hole than Lego. They can be, dude. The difference is for the most part, unless you start collecting ones that are worth money or the big ones or something like that, they're all pretty much like the same price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you're
not buying a $50 Funko Pop compared to like a $10 Funko Pop most of the time.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, to make you feel a little bit better, Hive, there's not that much shame, because do you think all of us ICP fans are actually holding on to these CDs because we like them?
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's too funny.
Man.
Yeah. So look, I don't know, man. It was really instinctive. I'm not gonna make any excuses up for it, but
So
because
funny.
because look, I felt the reason I felt like a hypocrite too, because I don't go off on a tangent about it, but I didn't like some of the stuff that happened right after Stan Lee passed away or when Chadwick Boseman passed away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things I didn't really like. So don't get me wrong. If Willie Nelson passes away, I'm not gonna sell that dang thing like the day after.
Let it stack up.
I'll
I'm
give
just
it
saying,
space.
if you
I'll
want,
mourn.
You gotta get the news spread for a couple of weeks, and then you can sell it.
Let it
I'm
marinate.
putting my bet though. Like, if you want to sell it for the most money, it's gonna go to someone in Texas. That's straight where it's going.
Probably, but
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, I can see
So
that, actually.
I just wanted to highlight why
Are
Doc
we-
had mentioned
are we
Willie Nelson
meeting
earlier.
Willie?
Just like I bought the Purge Trooper. It's like a Comic-Con exclusive. Not exclusive, but it's for like the Comic-Con wave or something like that. And I bought the Purge Trooper because I'd like it a lot. I'd probably want to keep it, but I'm actually going to sell it eventually.
Now, with the Funko Pops, are like, so for example, I have a couple from some E3s. Like, are those technically like worth more because they were at a particular thing? Is that how
A
that
little
works?
bit. The convention ones are weird because there's obviously convention ones that are exclusive to the conventions that you go to the convention and buy. But then they put out like a wave that's got the little sticker on it. That's so there is two different versions of that.
Yeah.
I know I have a good amount of info about, or knowledge about Funko Pops, but I'm not the same way with Lego, because there's pop collectors that are serious about that stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we are about Lego, and then there's people that are kind of in the middle, but yeah.
I don't know if you've ever talked to Brett's Builds, but his Funko Pop story always blows my mind. Like, he was a serious OG collector. And his house got broken into, and they took literally every single pop he had.
Oh my God.
I'm talking like stacks on stacks on stacks. And that's actually how he got into Lego, because his wife was like, okay, do you want to try to get as much of your collection back as possible? And he's like, no, there's no way. Like, I'm not going to do it. And that's how he got into Lego, as like a replacement for pops. Which is crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. Yeah, because obviously some of them are worth quite a bit of money, but now and it's interesting going back to Whatnot, you can make a lot of money, man. I haven't sold any pops on Whatnot yet. I will eventually, but I can only imagine, even with some of the minifigs that I've sold. Yes, I've sold some that are worth a lot that I sold for almost nothing practically, but there's also been some that are worth almost nothing that I've sold for a lot because two people wanted that particular CMF, and they just went back and forth with it. And that's what I was talking about too, is when you really want something, if you've got the money to spend, and it feels really good when you win it, even if you paid more than what you wanted to.
Yeah,
and it's almost like a kind of in your face thing too. Like, I got it, like
that's what I'm
like
saying.
Straight up. It's with gambling. I mean, because that's bidding, auctions, all of that. It's that gamble part of your brain where it's adrenaline partnered with that dopamine, and it's essentially like old school Four Loko, alcohol and caffeine.
Oh my goodness.
Nice shout. Yeah, and you're right. Like, gambling is a lot like that too. Because that's why I like to play cards, because I'd rather play people than like the machine or even like the house, because you get a lot more out of it. It's a lot more strategic. But yeah, when someone's trying to outbid you on something or bluff you, when you get them, that feels good. It's not even about the. I mean, it is about the money, but it's more than that. Also, Mrs. Neverland. Good morning.
Bob's here.
Hats forward.
How are you?
Good morning.
Dude, it is so funny.
Do not pull out the secret collection, Ninja.
With Ninja's on the panel and Neverland's out there in the chat. the banter that these two have is hilarious. I love these two to death. By the way, you guys, your package is getting ready to come as well. There's going to be two of them though, because there's going to be the package with like your membership thing, Ninja, and other things that I got for you and Barb. But I got a print that I'll be sending to Barb. It'll be coming in like a tube.
Ooh.
So, yeah. I was gonna send you a print too, but I'm like, I don't know what Ninja would really want. I know like stuff that Barb likes, but I'm like, I don't know necessarily what kind of artwork
She's easy. Anything spooky.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, me, I'm tough. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Maybe eventually
Big tough man, accessories only.
I'll do some like graffiti stuff for you or something.
Yeah.
By the way, also Cheap Ass Bricks. What's going on, man? How you doing?
You should do some like Speed Champions graffiti.
Ooh.
Oh, I know.
That's good stuff. I think that's a great shirt. Thank you.
Yeah, I do what I
Let me write that
can.
down. Let me write that down.
Send all proceeds to SNOTokay.
Yes. Well, actually, real quick, and we'll jump back on here, but I also want to make sure, can you put the link to your store in like the private chat for us? And that way, SNOTokay has like a literally like a shop. It's a website, but it's got a shop in it. And
nice.
The goat shirt is so great. What is it called? I always want to say Fiesta, but that's not the name.
Oh yeah, that's the F word that we don't talk about. So Brick Fiesta got turned into Brick Rodeo, and for this past con, I designed the bag for the con. But I was like, I am holding the rights to my little goat drawing because I want to turn it into a t-shirt. And so I this week I like finally launched my website where it like links to my Instagram and my sporadically posted YouTube. And then I also made the pre-orders available for that
nice.
Cabrito shirt.
Excellent.
I pre-ordered that shirt.
Yes, I saw.
Yes, and you may have seen an email from me where I was like, it has the wrong address.
We got time. It'll get sent to
There
the
you go.
right place.
Yes, but I saw that and I was super excited, and I was like, I need this shirt.
So FabBlondies Bricks. I gotta say, first of all, what is the thing that you kind of collect off to the side, from Lego?
The only thing I really collect other than Lego is the Funko Pops. I used to collect other things, like I used to collect glass because I really think glass is just beautiful, but I had to stop because that is a huge rabbit hole.
Like sea glass
impossible.
or like glass figurines?
Like Venetian glass.
Yeah.
Glass. That is the rabbit hole of rabbit holes that goes into even more rabbit holes. So, I mean, unfortunately, but luckily for me and my wallet, the Fenton Glass Factory actually shut down quite a few years ago. So that helped a lot.
Wow.
But I just stick to Lego and Funko right now. I can't take on anything else.
Well, that's actually part of the poll too. And let's see how that's doing really quick. So we got 68 votes. Does collecting Lego prevent you from collecting anything else? 37% of you said yes. 63% of you said no. I mean, and it's not an exact question either, because again, you could still collect something else, just very little of it or something. You know what I mean? So it's possible
you
to still
could say I
collect,
collect cats, but I have to put my limit at 4.
I know. I do have a rat collection.
That too.
It's real.
Do you stick with a theme in Funko, Fab, or?
I collect Baby Yoda, obviously.
Baby
Yoda.
I collect Maleficent, which is back there. I got a couple. And I do, I have one James Bond. I collect Harry Potter, which is back here too. And there's another Harry Potter over there. And then we do have some Star Wars, and the Star Wars is kind of split between me and my husband. So back here, I have the 2 large Millennium Falcons.
Oh,
one
wow.
with and one with
got that too.
Lando.
Nice.
So we have that, and then I got my husband all of the Star Wars Christmas Funkos. He has all 5 of those.
Nice.
But this is a small, what you can see in here, this is a very small portion.
No, and I appreciate you being able to.
Morsel.
Well, no, see, when I was talking to Fab, before, she was mentioning about how like everything's, in certain areas and stuff like that. And she was nice enough to make sure she could still bring some stuff out for us to see, like some more of the single things and stuff like that.
Like I have a bunch that are displayed that are actually out. Like I pulled these from my display that's out, and it's on my entertainment center, and it's half of it is Baby Yoda, half of it is Harry Potter. And then I have some that are stored inside the entertainment center too. And then I have like 2 other piles, and then there's a few that I keep in here. Basically,
Okay.
all the ones that are over my shoulder on this side are the ones that stay in here all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, and this is what I was telling Mrs. Hive too, but she doesn't want to go for it. But I like the baseball bat cases that you can put them in. Actually, I heard those. I think they might work for brickheads too. I don't know if it's about the same.
Yeah, they should.
They fit bad.
I've seen that.
Because look, as a pop collector, for the most part, I like to take them out of the box. I do
too.
All right, but there's some pop collectors. Mrs. Hive's one of them, man. She won't take them out. Like, there's been a couple. Like the big ones, she'll take out. Like she got the Wonder Woman Invisible Jet and the Wonder Woman flying on like the Pegasus or whatever. She took those out. But like, I like to see all around them most of the time, even though when they're baseball bat cases, you can't really see all around them either. But that's not the point. I can take them out
if you wanted to.
What's that? Yeah, take them out. But again, and especially there are some serious collectors, man, that I don't even think ever take them out. Like even some hardcore collectors, they'll take them out, look at them, and then put them back. Because that is the one great thing about the Funko boxes is they're not like sealed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really ruin the value if you can take them out, look at them, put them back, as long as everything's good to go.
See, I can't take them out, and it's not because of I'm like this collector who doesn't want to do it. But I had a Game of Thrones one that had Daenerys on her dragon. And I took it out to display. My daughter found it, started playing with it, broke it.
Oh, no.
As long as they're in the box, she can't play with them. And she constantly asks me, well, when are you going to take them out and play with them? And I'm like, never.
Never.
What?
I would just point at Daenerys and go, that's why.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and the thing about stuff like that, like when you have like collections of stuff and it gets broken, it's not like you can just go run to Walmart and buy like a new one or something. You know what I mean? Like, normally us hardcore.
I had a piece of Venetian glass break, and I still have the pieces because I'm so heartbroken that I can't even throw it out yet.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was like one of my, it wasn't even that big. It was probably like this big. And I was just like, I can't throw it out because I loved it so much.
I know, that's so hard. You know, because even look, what something means to somebody, it doesn't matter what it is. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to act like that. But there are some things that are so beautiful or so fragile or so rare or whatever the case may be that like when they break, it really...
It's heartbreaking.
I mean, for instance, even like let's say some rare Funko Pops. Like let's say like there might be 500 of them, you know, even 100 or something like that. Even if it was 50, right? That's an extremely rare pop, right? That's going to be worth a lot of money. But it's not the same thing as like somebody ripped apart the Mona Lisa, you know, and like you can't get another Mona Lisa. Like the artist isn't even alive to paint another one. You know what I mean? Like so. It's different levels, but yeah, obviously, and pops definitely are a big, huge part of collecting. Collecting. There's no doubt about that.
I just Funko in general, I would say.
Yeah, I mean Funko in general. You're right. I mean, and it was really interesting.
They're
for me.
expanding.
Yeah, they do more than just pops.
I was like really surprised because I remember when Funko came out, and they were really. I felt like I was only seeing them at GameStops. I wasn't seeing them anywhere else when they first came out. And I don't think I expected them to get as big as they did. Like they just bought Mondo, which is like a local kind of like art collector shop in Austin. And it's so crazy. Like the only Funko I have is stuff. My kitchen is Star Wars themed. I guess that's another collection of sorts, like Star Wars themed art. And so I have some, you know, just as like tchotchkes in there to kind of put on top of the cabinets.
Yeah.
But it's just so wild, like how encompassing all type of niches Funko has its little fingers in.
Yeah, I mean, and it was interesting for me to watch Mrs. Hive because it had to have been the same thing, similar to what she watched with me with Lego, because she was the first one of us to buy a pop. She bought BB-8 at the Comic-Con, Baltimore Comic-Con. We used to go every year, and she loves cute stuff. You know, she loved BB-8. She loved Baby Groot. You know what I mean? Like, but anyways, and she only bought a couple. Started with a couple, man. Like she bought like 2 in a whole year or something like that. And then
that's how it always starts.
Yeah, and then it was like a snowball, man. And then she started like collecting only specific Wonder Woman ones that she liked. And then like it started expanding, and then she got into icons like the cereal boxes and anything that she loved. You know what I mean? Like Twizzlers, and it's just crazy, man. And then now she's got an entire office. It's got these huge bookshelves, man, like that have like all these pops in them. And she used to collect snow globes, Disney snow globes. But she stopped when they started making them out of like cheaper material, because all the ones that she had were like the heavy, acrylic ones or whatever. And
the lead crystal ones, the real ones.
Yeah, she said once there's a few Pixar movies that came out that was made out of the good stuff, like Finding Nemo and all that. And then she said once they started making them out of like the cheaper stuff, she said it just didn't seem worth it. So, anyways, so I see also Ninja over here with the fig pins. That's another thing that's becoming huge is pens, dude.
I say Funko also.
Yeah, Funko, dude. Funko's killing it.
Funko has all the US theme parks have them now, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
No, they're blowing up.
I can't go down that road too.
Well, and it's so easy to see why. Yeah, Disney's another collecting thing, and the thing about Disney you got to be careful about, because if you collect Disney stuff, it's all kinds of stuff, man. Like,
oh my gosh,
like Mrs. Hive's been really careful about Disney Funkos. You know, she's got a few, but she's like, oh gosh, because she'll know that's another rabbit hole, dude, because they make so many different Disney stuff.
That's why I stick to only Maleficent, because she's my favorite, absolute favorite villain.
Well,
so I will not buy any other Disney Funko. I do have the raccoon from Pocahontas because I do love Miko. I love Miko, but I'm like, no, I have to stop. If I don't stop, that's the end of me.
That's
there's a pop coming out in like a week or two. It's a Hot Topic and Funko exclusive, but it's the cat Lucifer. Does anybody remember what movie that
from Cinderella?
Was it Cinderella?
Cinderella.
I might get
I meant to tell. I know
Lucifer.
Yeah, and it's kind of it's not a normal size. I think it's a slightly bigger one, not like the next size up.
Yeah.
But got the green eyes and everything, dude. It looks great.
I think it's kind of like this kind of setup, I think is what it's going to be like. But I can't remember. I saw one picture of it.
But I knew there was a handful of my friends that would really, I feel like Neverland would probably really want Lucifer. Oh, look at this. I just read her comment. Shh, don't tell Ninja that the collecting Disney is a lie. It's a secret. I won't tell.
I hear nothing. Nothing I can't read.
So SNOTokay. I'm curious about some of these other things that you collect, because I know you got those little dolls. I know you got them dice. Show us whatever you want first, but
okay,
I'm curious because
I'll stand up first. So over the summer, like I had to dial back on Lego a lot, just because the Lego purchases I wanted to make were big purchases.
Right.
But it was the same time I'd never been into Squishmallows. And like the Squish communities are wild. So I have some up here.
I have seen people collecting these. They're really blowing up, man.
Yeah, like, and people will fill their entire room with these. And the thing is that they make like really big ones and they take up a lot of space. So it's not something that like you can kind of like tuck away in a corner. There's so much volume to them.
I would love to have a huge pile of them and just jump on them.
They're so soft.
That sounds fantastic.
Like a big pile of leaves just to jump into.
They have Disney ones too.
Yeah, they have Disney ones. Like, and the other, it's just like Funko where you can literally find them everywhere, which I think is so dangerous. So like Walmart has them, Walgreens has them. You go into like a ice house, like a gas station, they're gonna have them. Yeah. Lauren says in the Squish TikTok, wild.
Is
So
that true?
wild.
Like, there's a big TikTok community about it?
Yeah, man. People are crazy. I mean, we're crazy. But the thing that got me is when I was a kid, I collected. My brother and I collected like the old school Marvel X-Men trading cards.
Well, I remember the Marvel trading cards, not just
Yeah.
X-Men ones, but I remember the Marvel ones.
X-Men exclusively was what we collected. And so Squishmallows released these trading cards this summer. And so I was like,
Squish cards now too.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't have the volume to be collecting these Squishmallows, and they can get expensive, and people get really competitive.
Look how cute and shiny they are.
And so I was like, oh man, they got holographic cards.
He's like, I can collect the card. I got space for the cards, not the actual things. Yeah,
great.
But of course, me now, I'm like, I
was like, you got a book now.
Right, I have this book, but like honestly, high key, I want to find somebody that has like all of the Lego trading cards that is into Squishmallow, so we can just be like, trade, because this was 100% like it was $5 to get the little foil, right? And it was just that little bit of dopamine, and they were easier to find than, for whatever reason, like CMFs, you get 12 and then you're done, right? And so it was that situation, and it's so messy. It's so messy, just chasing that little bit of dopamine.
I hear you. Oh, by the way, hi, Mr. J.
Mikey J.
And then anybody that plays tabletop games will know, dice goblin life, right?
Look, to clarify too. So look, it looks like she just has different dice colors, but believe you me, the dice themselves are
the
different.
textures is like, these look like stone. These look like gems. These look like
the sides, the numbers.
So now, is there a thing to the dice collecting where not just like the colors, but like that you feel like some of them are lucky?
So so that's the other thing. Like you will have dice that you'll buy them, they're pretty, but they'll, like if they roll poorly, they go in dice jail and then you don't use them anymore. But it's like people will joke, it's like, oh yeah, shiny dice goblin, like I just need more because they're so pretty and like all of the pores are different and blah 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 blah. And the thing about dice is that there's like properly there's like balanced dice, which like Chess X is kind of like the forerunner.
That's like just like legal dice, the numbers have to add up the top and the bottom.
Right. So like
legal and illegal dice, it's like
right. And it's not like people will make dice and sell them on Etsy, but it's not guaranteed that they're like weighted properly.
Because the balance
just because
and the
of the
weight
way that they're weighted. Exactly.
That's a big thing.
So
See, I know that from casinos.
Yep.
Exactly.
Edges also.
Right.
Some have like shaved corners.
Right.
Ooh.
So like the shaved corners, if they're like really pointy, if there's anything kind of irregular in them, it can make them weighted poorly. So you may like have dice that are like really beautiful. A lot of people like, there's Stud Sidious was talking about like crystal skulls, right? So like made out of different crystals and like precious rocks and stuff. People love
metal dice. I love the
when I was buying
dice.
My daughter dice, the one thing I noticed too was just all the different prisms and colors and like marbles. They're like, that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, so they rattle together so nicely when you're rolling them.
Beautiful. It's got that metallic.
Oh my god, those are beautiful.
These are actually stainless steel dice.
Yeah,
that is so pretty.
This is the D20. It's a dodecahedron. This is like if you play a tabletop game, you typically like will always need this. If someone says roll initiative,
epic looking dice I've ever seen.
Yeah, super epic, right?
Does that roll well though?
Yeah. So these ones roll well. These are actually like my partner's dice, and he really likes them. The thing though is that like if you have like heavy dice like this, whether they be crystal dice or metal dice, you need like a rolling dish typically that kind of feels like it's like felted or has like some type of velvet, so you don't hurt the table and you also don't hurt the dice.
Damage.
So here's a 12-sided dice.
And I love the way the numbers and all that are, the design on that. It's got like the I don't know what you call
border,
it, like a sunbeam around the numbers or something.
Yeah, I think these are like little gears. So this is like supposed to be like an artificer type theme.
Nice.
So there's like your classic D6.
Those make me want to like get physical dice, even though we play on Roll20, and then just put a camera on the dice and they can watch me roll.
That would be awesome.
Roll those. Those are amazing.
That would make it more legit rolling too, I think.
It is.
Yeah, I just want to collect the dice. I don't care about actually.
Oh, and by the way,
I just want them set on the desk. They look nice.
Hi to Cat Colors. Thank you for being here, Cat.
Hello. So these are 2 D10s, and like if you're rolling percentages, there's one that has like, 30, 50, and then you have your like classic D10.
Your 10s and your 1s, yeah.
Exactly. So like dice is so crazy, and honestly, like for other people I play with, we have like a pretty small dice collection.
That D20 looks like I want to like mount it on a necklace. It'd be like it's
man.
Put it on a chain and be like, check it out. I got this D20. Yeah, check me out.
Bye, Lauren.
Oh, mine is double-sided. I didn't even
Now,
also the like clanky noise is so nice.
Do you have any like thing around? Let's say your GM touches the dice.
Oh yeah, so there's like, for instance, I feel like there's like bad luck, good luck about dice too. So for instance, like I've played with some game masters, dungeon masters that are like, do not touch my dice, or like you can have these dice, but you can't have this dice.
Yeah.
There's stuff like that, and then there's also, I think you mentioned it like a little bit earlier of like, if a dice will, I probably already said it, but like if a dice rolls poorly, it's like you're going to dice jail, like you're bad dice, which is so silly.
Well, it's like if a DM touches your dice, you need the group cleric to bless your dice afterward. You'd be like, oh, you touched them.
Yeah.
When it comes to those superstitions, though, it's only weird if it doesn't work.
That's right.
Yeah, right. But it's the same. It's the same type of like, what is it like if someone plays a game and they like have to wear their jersey and like these 2 pairs of socks that aren't from the same set when the Bears play or whatever, right? Or else. I think there's like a lot of those feelings about dice too. And I think the fun thing about dice, and I was actually just talking to, I had a Pathfinder game on Friday, and not our game master, but our game master's wife who DMs for other games. She has a pair of like the original Critical Role dice, which is a D&D podcast that is wildly popular.
Wow.
And she's like, these dice roll so poorly. They're like my bad dice. I just use them as tokens on our board. But like they sell for $400 because they're the original Critical Role dice. So it's stuff like that. Like, you have these very expensive dice that are essentially just being used as like miniature replacements on a board. But because they have
I used to have dice that were for specific characters. It's like I can't use these dice with a different character because they won't work. It's like no, these are for my druid. Sorry.
Exactly. Like that's the thing that's also really cool. I love like class themed dice. So there's like druid dice. The metal dice I showed y'all are like artificer, kind of steampunky dice. Like warrior dice, fighter dice, all of it. It's just really cool. And then the creme de la creme, unless you want to like circle back, is the thing I really love is my Cupid dolls, which is my Sunny Angel stuff.
Yes, please.
So,
I have to see this.
The original Cupid doll, or is this like a different kind of Cupid doll? Because there's like people called a thing a Cupid doll, and it wasn't a Cupid doll. So,
So like original, I'll show y'all. it's like we're getting into spoopy season, and I know some of y'all are spoopy people. Also, they always have their peepees out, so I'm gonna cover their goods.
Wow,
Thanks
this is
for that.
Good Morning Brick World.
Well, look, but Kayla knows what's up. She's censoring for us, so we're all good.
I'm censoring the. I will show the butt. Look,
There you
look
go.
that little
That's
butt,
PG.
man.
That's so funny.
So like, original Kewpie dolls were designed by an American designer in like I think the 40s or 50s, post World War II. And she couldn't find anybody to make them within the United States, and so she actually got them produced by a porcelain maker in Germany, and then had them shipped over to America. So it's weird because people will like associate Kewpie dolls with Germany, but that's just because of where they were manufactured.
Right.
But they're like very Americana, kitschy. You'll see like a lot of.
Is it made out of porcelain?
These are made out of plastic, but the original Kewpie dolls are going to be made out of porcelain. So this is like hand painted, really beautiful, fragile. Some of them get real creepy.
Yeah, the expressions on their faces is like, really? You're naked. Why are you looking at me like that?
But there's other things I think I've seen, like I don't know if I've seen those ones, but there's stuff similar to it. Because I remember my mom used to have a lot of
typically right. So you might be thinking of Precious Moments.
Yes,
and Precious
that's
Moments
what I'm thinking of.
is
Yes.
like a Christian take on Kewpies.
Okay.
Like still that weird
pants.
like hand painted Americana like cutesy situations, but it's like that Kewpie aesthetic. So this is a company called Sunny Angel out of Japan, and they're probably the #1 maker of Kewpies now. And
That's
they
cool. Got the big piece of candy like that.
candy, right? So these are kind of like, these are seasonal special one-offs. I'll show you my other seasonal special one-offs. So these are like the spring Sakura ones.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to
Are they made of plastic or porcelain now?
These are all of the Sunny Angels are I'm trying to like get better light for y'all. Here we go. They're all plastic. So like these are really cute. There's my little kitty cat.
Oh yeah, a cat, yeah. And then a bunny
And then
rabbit.
this is a bunny. But typically what the Sunny Angels will look like is you just got a naked baby with a hat.
That's like the original Kewpie. It was like, there they are. There he is.
Right. So this is like the original Kewpie, except Sunny Angel has like some type of themed hat. So this is like a little cabbage head. So this one's really cute. And they all have like a little booty. They're stacked up and they have wings on the back. So it's this like weird cherub-esque thing.
Nah, it's
There's
very
cabbage
cute.
head. Yeah, so I'll
Almost
show you
a
all.
cabbage face.
Yeah, they used to just be naked with no hat.
They just used to be naked. Here's
Yep.
like my family-friendly happy birthday bear.
Aww.
We have our pear bottom, pear head.
Right.
Look at that. And then these are kind of like the OG Sunny Angels that are released. So they
Is that a
typically have
sheep
like
head?
It is. It's a sheep head. So there's like a little.
Oh, look,
sheep
there's like a
head.
goat. Look at that.
This one's one of my favorites. It's because I'm a Capricorn.
Oh,
I love my little goat. Here's the sloth. Shout out to Brick Sloth. Here's my
Aw.
little cutie. And then this is so special. There's only 2 places in Austin that sell them, and they're always sold out. But they had one of these when I went.
Other bobbleheads.
It's so
Sitting
cute.
on a cloud.
It's sitting on a cloud. And it's a little bobblehead. They didn't have any of like the little mystery box Kewpies.
Right.
I mean, mystery box Sunny Angels, but they had this, and I was like, will do. That's the other thing. It's that same type of like CMF vibe where it's like, what's in it? I have to find out. They're blind boxes. So if you want to sell more, that's how you do it.
Cydia says, remember the trolls with the hair? Yes.
Yep. Little naked
And you know what's
troll doll.
crazy?
Yep.
I don't know why. I really don't understand this. But I remember when I was a little kid, I used to go play bingo with my grandma. And all those old ladies, man, they had those trolls.
Yeah,
like they had like the troll, rub the hair for luck or whatever. Man, I tell you, I remember those old ladies used to scare the crap out of me, man. Because man, when they got bingo, dude, and they'd scream bingo, they start screaming and stuff. I was like,
Oh, I'm scared.
all these old ladies.
Yeah, no, they're all smoking too. They're all puff.
Yeah, they're all like
are.
puffing away
They're
on their
like-
cigarettes. Gosh, no wonder I can't breathe now.
It's because you were probably scared of them dropping their cigarette on you while they ran
exactly.
to the
They're
time.
waving. Yeah.
I appreciate everybody like showing off their collection and talking about it with us. And I got to tell you, I wish, we had, I mean, we're not right out of time yet, but we're getting close. But I wish we had a lot more time to get into this stuff like this, because I find collecting stuff fascinating. Not just because I collect stuff, but I find it fascinating because there are so many different things to collect. And I don't even think it just says something about your personality, honestly, because I think it just particular things that you like, even like if it's a TV show or whatever. Yeah. You like a TV show, you're watching that TV show, man. That's your TV show. You're watching all the seasons. You might even get the get it on whatever, buy it or so. The thing is like, clearly we're all about Lego. That's mainly obviously why we're here. I feel like the second thing that most of us are kind of like into is probably Pops or Funko in general. I know a lot of us Star Wars fans, we mess around with the Black Series. But clearly there is much, much more things that we all mess around in. I mean, Michaela showed us that as well. Ninja got the pins over there. It just, I know there's other people too that collect everything from stamps to coins to, Sidious was out there talking about crystals. Mr. J, I think, collects just about everything. Different types of toys. He's got the arcade stuff.
Video games. Yeah.
Pez dispensers. Yeah.
Oh,
yes, Pez dispensers is another one.
There's some nice ones been coming out. It's been like, oh, do I really want that?
I saw out there books is another one. I have a pretty decent sized book collection, but I never thought about
I was just thinking the same thing. Like my graphic novels and like the books, I'm like, that's part of the library. Like, is it a collection? It doesn't feel like.
I mean, technically it is. It's just I just think that books is different because it's not like you put it together. It's not like you let it sit. You get into books. You just go right into reading it. It's almost like I technically used to collect DVDs because I've always been a big movie buff. And I don't if I like a movie enough, man, I'll watch it 100 times, and not even that. When I started collecting DVDs, I started listening to the commentaries with the movies and just all kinds of stuff. So, but I never thought I collect DVDs. But then when you look back, I'm like, oh yeah, I got 100 DVDs. What?
I guess it's a collection.
I guess that's a collection.
Well, and then the other thing, when you were mentioning TV shows. So, for example, I grew up with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I'm a huge fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but there wasn't a thing I could simply collect that was Buffy. So throughout all this time, my collection is just different things that have Buffy the Vampire Slayer on them, right? I have these little beanie bears up there. They're not official Beanie Babies, but they were this collection of Buffy based ones. And I have comic books. I do have Funko Pops, but there's this thing about every time I go somewhere and I'm in one of those stores and there's something Buffy, I'm going to grab it and put it together.
Yeah. I mean, and I know a lot of people that don't collect Lego, but they love Harry Potter. So when a Harry Potter set comes out, they get it. And when a Funko Pop comes out, they get it. When anything that have to do with that theme, they get it. And I know a lot of people like that. So Brick Sergeant, that's a different one too. So he says I collect different ink pens, which I kind of do in a way, but not because I collect. I just like to keep good ink pens because I like to write with good ink pens. And different lighters.
I do have to ask Brick Sergeant if he could put in the chat, when you say ink pens,
do you mean like
fountain pens?
Because when you get into the Mont Blancs and stuff,
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, there's like the rabbit hole for everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been in that rabbit
Everything
hole.
has a rabbit hole.
And
Everything.
I was thinking about what you were saying, FabBlondie, earlier about the Venetian glass, and even with the fountain pens, when you get into the stuff that's been around for like centuries, that is just a completely different caliber than the type of kind of like collection that we're talking about. Like Lego's been around for less than a century, right? Like Funko Pops, what, maybe 20
A decade,
not
you know.
even 20 years, right?
10,
Like a
15
decade
years, something.
But like Venetian glass has been around for centuries, fountain pens, centuries. So when you're like, I want this thing, it's so wild, that type of threshold that then happens.
By the way, hello to Breakable Cow. How you doing?
Moo.
Moo to you.
Moo.
And Brick Sergeant says push pins. But dude, if you think about like this is when he started mentioning the pen thing. I started thinking about it because, like, yes, I do like collect some that write good, but when you collect pens, you collect pens that have like business names on them and stuff like that, right?
Oh.
But then there's also just artistic looking push pins, dude. That, you know, I mean, yeah. So I could
The
see
ones
that.
that have all the colors. Oh,
I remember those.
Minifig Who, yes. So Doctor Who is another theme that I know some friends that will almost grab anything Doctor Who related, and which I wish I could do that. I wish I could just stick to one thing and just collect everything around that one thing instead of collecting everything into different things. It's just like it's too
that
much,
being
man.
said, like even then, like what would we choose? Like like the Star Wars themed kitchen I have. It's like then you choose the thing where it's literally everywhere, and you still have to like narrow it down, or else your life gets completely swallowed up by that one theme.
Right. Trains is another one. Hey, what's up, Cliff? And yes, this is live. We'll be live for another 4 minutes. But yeah, it's what's up, Ninja?
I was gonna say that I have another guilty collecting pleasure.
Oh, what's that?
Oh my god, I forgot this existed.
What am I looking at?
What is that?
What is that?
So these are like little marbles, basically.
Oh.
That transform. They're called Bakugan.
Yes.
I've heard of it, but I'm not very familiar.
We called them Bakugans.
You mean the Bakugan?
The Bakugan. At the Toys R Us, we're like, "Oh, you're looking for the Bakugans? They're over here."
Well, hey,
with the Ninja Goes, you know.
Neverland says you collect everything.
I collect everything. It's true.
Yeah, you roll the ball over the card, and they will pop open into the.
And also I feel like some of us also collect tattoos.
That is true. Possibly. Not as much as we want to.
Not as much as we want to, but they are expensive. They're more expensive than Lego in general. So I mean, they add up.
So I don't know if you guys ever, I don't know if you remember, like back in the day, puzzle balls.
Yeah.
I feel like I do, but I'd probably have to see them. I don't know.
They're basically just like a puzzle, but it's a ball, so you have to like figure out how to put it back together. But that's kind of what got me buying these, because like closing them. It's just interesting.
Yeah, you have to close them in a certain way.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ninja, we must be like the same age, because I remember those being like a really big deal in elementary school.
Yeah. See, actually, I was too old when they were out, so I was like, I'm too old for those. And then when I got older, I started buying Lego, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy some of these things. And then I found out that chase figures, and it's just horrible.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're chase cards. You're like, no. The whole collecting thing is involved in this too. Dang it.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Ninja collects cars as well. Just different. I mean, I don't want to say just Hot Wheels cars.
So many things you could buy when you don't buy Lego.
This is true. This is true.
Yes.
And I mean, when you buy Lego on the scale that most of us buy, I mean, you definitely spend some money. I mean, clearly. I've always said, and some people have debated this with me, and obviously we don't have time to get into it now, but I feel like if we collected different things instead of Lego, it would be cheaper. But it's a hard thing to say because, like, for instance, I always think of Pops. Generally, I think Pops because remember I was talking about the price thing that they seem like they would be cheaper, but I feel like you can go down a rabbit hole faster buying Pops than you would Lego in a way. But it probably just depends with each person and a bunch of different factors going on. Back again. I remember this. Back.
Yeah, they're old. It's like probably 10 years old.
Oh yeah.
Cal says Ninja has collected my heart. Well, Ninja does have a collection of hearts.
Yeah,
He keeps
he does.
in the storage
In
container.
a black glass jar.
In a black glass jar.
They let the sunlight to get in.
All right, so listen, we do need to wrap things up, but let me just go around the table a little bit. Ninja, do you got anything you want to shout out, share, say, complain about? Promote anything?
I got nothing. Keep a lookout for Cali Brick Click. It's gonna be
random dumbness on Tuesdays at 10. Do not pretend like that does not happen.
It doesn't happen. This is Good Morning Brick World. We don't promote that kind of nonsense over here.
It's a Pokemon. It's a Pokemon collecting stream. I watch it every Tuesday. Watch you open up the cards and collect Pokemon. It's a fun time.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's okay. We promote a lot of stuff on Good Morning
And Pen
Brick World.
15 makes me look PG, so.
He does.
Yeah.
So we're good with that. All right.
I feel like that's a whole nother topic we really go into. But anyways, SNOTokay. You got anything you want to talk about, promote, shout out?
Not that we've already talked about. Yeah, I launched my website. I'll be doing blog posts on there, which I'm looking forward to. And I just appreciate you having me on.
Yeah,
well, thank you
no problem. I'm glad you came on. Definitely, it's always a good time talking to you and chatting and everything. And I did put her link to the her website into the chat, and I will do that once again before we get done with everything. FabBlondies Bricks, you want to shout anything out, promote anything?
Well, I want to say thank you first. You're bringing me out of like a little bit of a dark time on my YouTube channel. So I'm actually going to be posting some more on my YouTube channel.
Definitely.
And I'm going to be starting a live stream series probably on Sundays at like 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to try to have a guest every Sunday. So fingers crossed that'll work out. But that's what I'm going to be working on and working on the city. So there's going to be more posts on a more regular basis because I've been gone for like a month or so. But
excellent.
Keep a lookout.
Yeah, and also everybody, I put links to everybody's stuff into the description, including our guest co-host Amberlia Builds. Would you like to promote anything? I know you've been streaming more and more. I've been lurking a little bit, but
yeah, I've been streaming. I'm still playing with the setup, still doing a few things. But one of the things I did want to mention here, with especially with FabBlondies Bricks here. Is that we got together in a chat, myself and Nicole, who is Lady McBricks, and we started talking about lugs and trying to find lugs. And we decided we were going to start an international online lug, Women Who Brick.
Oh, look at that.
Have you looked into Women's Brick Initiative?
I have. We're looking for something that's just a little bit more...
A little different.
Yeah, a little different. Different. You know, where we're going to do build streams and fun stuff together. And just, we've got the Discord set up. I've already got the domain secured. Miss Amby is also going to be one of our founders who's going to be helping us out. So we're really excited. Apparently, to become official, you have to have a decent amount of members and then exist for a year. So hopefully in a year's time we'll be able to get recognized by Lego. But it's super exciting.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
So yeah, for anybody that wants to be part of that or anybody watching the replay gang, definitely reach out to one of them. We'll definitely promote it on here and have to return to it in a year, so that way we can see how it's going. So, dude, that's awesome. Dok and I have talked about this. I'm really happy to see the female community growing, in the community as it should. And it has grown a lot, but it's still not there yet. I think it still has a lot more to go. I think that I don't know. I just feel like for the most part, the projection. I complain a lot about the Lego company, and some of their decision-making policies and stuff like that. But I think as the message, not just the toys, but the messages and stuff that they put out there, and the trying to interlock people together and just find peace amongst everybody and just be cool with people and just, you know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know.
Man,
It's
just
really
be cool, man.
It's just, I don't know. I love it. So, all right. Good on you for that. That's awesome. I can't wait to see where that goes. Doc, what about you?
Oh, well, the Haulin' and Ballin' gang. I am going to actually interview all three guys at the same time. Look for that next week. And speaking of Pen 15, he has a gig on a couple of Brickheads. You will be able to see him every week pop in and pop out on a couple of Brickheads. Check that out.
I don't know if they know what
And
they
of course,
got
I'll
themselves
be
into.
bothering some Lego masters out there, and I'll be reaching out for some international interviews as well. So busy.
Because even on a high stream, if Pen 15 was like, I'd like to apply to come on to the show every once in a while, I'd be like,
Sean the right way reached out to Penn. He's like, yo,
full.
Penn.
I'm sorry, we're full.
So Sean knows what he's getting into, so yeah, he'll be on there. Yeah.
Even though I absolutely adore that Pen 15 character, which I'm
At a
still saying his
distance.
name wrong, but it is Good Morning Brick World, so we're not going to say.
That's why it's Pen 15.
Yes.
Pen 15.
I do.
Numbers aren't letters.
they are to the millennial gang.
I was mentioning though that I did want to do a rant video collab with Pen 15. I thought that'd be pretty fun. So, all right, listen, everybody, we need to end the show. But I appreciate all of you being here. I got stuff coming out. I was supposed to have my weekend review out yesterday, but Mrs. Hive had a party, and I had to help out with it.
Yeah.
And then I
This
drank
Hive
a white.
comes first.
Then I drank a White Claw, and I was
hard.
like, I drank one White Claw, and I was like, woo!
Lightweight, okay.
I was like, it tastes like pineapple. I love it.
He got hive wasted.
So I was like, I can't go back to editing this now. It's not gonna work out right. Anyways, now everybody knows I'm a little lightweight. All right, so listen, yes, everybody in the chat, we love you to death. To our guests, thank you so much for coming on. To our guest host, thank you for helping us and filling in the spot for TJ while he is away. And yeah, we're gonna play that. We're gonna play that outro as Shy says.
Everybody,
Kelly
look,
Brick Click.
do a TJ. Everybody do a TJ.
Cue that music. I can't. They're stuck in my hat, and then the headphones. I'm a mess.
Cue that outro.
Cue the outro.
Can you believe all those QBs that she's collecting? I was like, you
Dude,
gotta
they're
be kidding me.
so squishable. I'm telling you, I am going to buy those things not to collect, just to rake into a big pile, and then you guys can watch me run. I'll even do it in slow motion, and I'll like flip around and just jump right into that big pile of squishies. Is that what squishies? Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Squishies?
I think so. But yeah, those dice were really cool. I
Man,
was just
those
amazed,
dice.
you know.
Actually, I think those dice might have been the coolest thing out of all the collections, dude. Even the Lego collection.
Oh yeah, well, I just noticed that everybody that collects Lego collects something else as well. It's like Lego cannot satisfy the collecting need enough. We've got to collect something
It
else.
can't fill that hole, man. We need other things to fill the hole as well. But you know what? That's okay because it's good times. It's good times. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We love you. See you on the next Good Morning Brick World.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.